Prabhu,
would
to
you
you
like
and all
to
Vaishnavas.
Prabhu, would you like to lead Kirtan, Prabhu? Sing Kirtan?
No, Prabhu, please, you can proceed, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana
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 Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Vihari
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Jai Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
Nittai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nittai Gaura Hari Bol
नाम संकीर्तन की जय
Jai
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय
Jai
गुरु महाराज की जय
Jai
गुरु परंपरा की जय
Jai
नंद कोटि वैष्णव की जय
Jai
समस्त गौर भक्तवृंद की जय
Jai
असारी की जय
शिवगुणाकर
हरे कृष्ण His
जय
Grace शिवगुण कृष्ण प्रभु की जय
Jai
All
हरि बोल।
glories to the Supreme Deity. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण गुरु महाराज की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण श्री कुमार प्रभु जी
Okay, Guruji. Yesterday was
read
not
the first text प्रभु हरे कृष्ण
just Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Namaskaram Jarivan Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jamadire. Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama-shloke Bhaktar Bhavati Kashtagi Mugam Karoti Vachalam Bhagavunam Gede Girim Yat Gurvadam Hamante Paramananda Madhavam Sri Gurum Deenatarinam Sri Chaitanyamesharam Omajnanadimirandasya Jnananjana Shalagaya Chashurum Milidam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanyamanopistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadanti Supadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udapatagamelam Sri Gurum Vaishnavansha Sri Rupam Sagarjadam Saganadevanathanyadam Dam Sri Sadvaidam Savadudam Virjanasagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Saganalada Sri Vishamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagalpade Govesha Gopiga Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanasute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpadrupyecha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhagavata Swamine Dinamine Nama Acharya Vadaya Nidaya Guru Padane Ekada Damadaya Nagare Giramadarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swamine Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deva Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pachatya Chadarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome once more all devotees for our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English for 1 hour. Hare Krishna. Okay, Raji, please proceed with the
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. All devotees. Srimad Bhagavatam, kind of 5, chapter 1, text number 7. Ataha Bhagavan Adideva Yedasya Guna Visargasya Parim Brahma No Dhyana Vyavasidas Sagala Jagat Abhipraya Atmayonir Akila Nigama Nijagana Pariveshtida Swabhavanat Avatara Avatadhara. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued. The first created being and the most powerful demigod in this universe is Lord Brahma, who is always responsible for developing universal affairs. Born directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he dedicates his activities to the welfare of the entire universe, for he knows the purpose of the universal creation. This supremely powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by his associates and the personified Vedas, left his own abode in the highest planetary system and descended to the place of Prince Priyavrada's meditation. Perfect. Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Self, in bracket Atma, is the source of everything, as explained in the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadi Asya Yatha. Because Brahma was born directly from Lord Vishnu, he is called Atma Yoni. He is also called Bhagavan, although generally Bhagavan refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in bracket Vishnu or Lord Krishna, bracket close. Sometimes great personalities such as demigods like Lord Brahma, Narada or Lord Shiva are also addressed as Bhagavan because they carry out the purpose of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Brahma is called Bhagavan because he is the secondary creator of this universe. He is always thinking of how to improve the situation of the conditioned souls who have come to the material world to enjoy material activities. For this reason, he disseminates the Vedic knowledge throughout the universe for everyone's guidance. Vedic knowledge is divided into two parts, Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Nivritti Marga is the path of negating sense enjoyment, and Pravritti Marga is the path by which the living entities are given a chance to enjoy and at the same time are directed in such a way that they can go back home, back to Godhead. Because ruling over this universe is a great responsibility, Brahma must force many Manus in different ages to take charge of universal affairs. Under each Manu, there are different kings who also execute the purpose of Lord Brahma. It is understood from the previous explanations that the father of Dhruva Maharaja, King Uttanapada, ruled over the universe because his elder brother Priyavrada practiced austerity from the very beginning of his life. Thus, up to the point of the Prajayatas, the kings of the universe were all descendants of Uttanapada Maharaja. Since there were no suitable kings after the Prajayatas, Swayambhuva Manu went to the Gandhamadana hill to bring back his eldest son Priyavrada, who was meditating there. Swayambhuva Manu requested Priyavrada to rule over the universe. When he refused, Lord Brahma descended from the supreme planetary system known as Satyaloka to request Priyavrada to accept the order. Lord Brahma did not come alone. He came with other great sages like Marichi, Atreya, and Vasishtha to convince Priyavrada that it was necessary for him to follow the Vedic injunctions and accept the responsibility of ruling over the world. Lord Brahma also brought with him the personified Vedas, his constant associates. A significant word in this verse is Swabhavanat, indicating that Lord Brahma descended from his own abode. Every demigod has his own abode. Indra, the king of the demigods, has his own abode, as do Chandra, the lord of the moon planet, and Surya, the predominating deity of the sun planet. There are many millions of demigods, and the stars and planets are their respective homes. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Yanti Deva Prada Devan. Those who worship the demigods go to their different planetary systems. Lord Brahma's abode. The highest planetary system is called Satyaloka or sometimes Brahmaloka. Brahmaloka usually refers to the spiritual world. The abode of Lord Brahma is Satyaloka, but because Lord Brahma resides there, it is also sometimes called Brahmaloka. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhus, Matajis, for giving me the opportunity to read. Now we all will welcome Shavana Krishna Prabhuji by taking shelter of holy name 3 times to give us the nectarian discourse on this and the further texts. Please unmute and chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times. Welcome.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Rama Rama, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Seva
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. So my humble obeisances to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and thank you for giving this opportunity, even though I am not qualified. But whatever we read Srimad Bhagavatam, it is for our own purification. Because as long as we continuously hear Srimad Bhagavatam, we will get purified more and more. So in that perspective, we are very much indebted to Srimad Bhagavatam for that. So we are yesterday we discussed verse number 6, where actually there was discussion about it was a very big verse, actually one of the biggest verses we can say, yesterday's verse, where actually Sukadeva Goswami is replying to Parishit Maharaj questions, how King Priyavrata was so much absorbed in engaging his senses in the service of the Lord, and he was very reluctant to take the position of the king because he was afraid that maybe if I take this post, maybe my devotional service will be hampered. So that was his actually kind of dilemma to take up. Even though his own father Swayambhu Manu requested, he was thinking, contemplating whether my spiritual life will be affected because I am going to engage in material things. So in continuation to that, verse number 7 today, up to verse number 10, 4 verses is about Lord Brahma's arrival and reception of Lord Brahma, and how Lord Brahma, he will start convincing Priyavrata Maharaj from verse number 11 to 19. So basically these 4 verses are going to describe about Lord Brahma's descent from his Satyaloka to Priyavrata kingdom, King Priyavrata kingdom, in order to convince King Priyavrata to take up the position of the king and rule the citizens. So that is what we are going to discuss here. And Prabhupada has given a very nice purport. Actually, it is a self-explanatory verse. When anybody reads, definitely they will be able to understand what Srila Prabhupada, he has written in a very nice way. But still, whatever important points, if something comes, whatever Prabhupada has written, that we will discuss. So Sukadeva Goswami is continuing his answers to Parikshit Maharaj here. How Lord Brahma is the most powerful demigod. And he was the first created living entity in this material universe was Lord Brahma. The first expansion of Krishna is Lord Balaram. But the first created living being is actually, in this material universe, is actually Lord Brahma. And he is like the most powerful demigod. We all know that. He is like the Visarga. He is in charge for Visarga, means he is a secondary creator from Bhagavatam. Sarga actually is Lord Vishnu. And Visarga is actually from Lord Brahma, secondary creator. So he is the most powerful demigod in this universe, is Lord Brahma. And what is his responsibility is to develop these universal affairs, means he is basically in charge for administrating this material universe. And he is also born directly from, from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. From the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, he is from the lotus flower, he is born directly. So his father is actually, father and mother both are actually Lord Vishnu only. born directly from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He dedicates his activities for the welfare of the entire universe. So, he is also one of the Mahajanas. So, he guides all the living entities on the proper path. So, that's why it is written as his activities to the welfare of the entire universe. For he knows the purpose of the universal creation. This supremely powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by his associates. Associates, Prabhupada is writing in the purport who are the associates. One is personified Vedas and the other rishis. Also, the names are written in the purport. And left his own abode, which is actually Satya Loka or Brahma Loka, the highest planetary system. In the 14 planetary system within the material world, the topmost planet is actually Brahma Loka or Satya Loka. From there, other planetary systems come down. The 14 planetary systems are there. So he descended to the place of Prince Priyavrata's meditation. So this is the translation. This is what Sukadeva Goswami is actually describing to Parikshit Maharaj about the advent of Lord Brahma in order to convince Priyavrata Maharaj to rule the kingdom. So we'll go into the today purport. So Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Self. So when in Sanskrit, Atma is also referred to our Atma. Same Atma, it's also referred to the Supreme Lord. According to the way it is joined in the verse, we have to take the meaning. Here the Atma refers in this verse, not to our Atma. It is actually referring to the Lord, Supreme Lord himself, the Supreme Self. He is the source of everything. So as Prabhupada quotes from Vedanta Sutra, the first apophism of Vedanta Sutra is actually Janmadi Asyataha. That means from where everything has begun. Who is the source of everything? Janmadi Asyataha. So he is the source of everything. So including Lord Brahma also. That's why he is called as Atma Yoni, means because his father and mother both actually is Lord Vishnu only. So he is called as Atma Yoni. He is also sometimes called as Bhagavan. Actually, 1 or 2 weeks before when we read same, Prabhupada explained when Narada Muni was addressed as Bhagavan, why he is addressed as Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan, the word is only referred to the Supreme Lord. But sometimes the great personalities like Lord Brahma, Narada, or Shiva also, Lord Shiva also addressed as Bhagavan because he has written the purpose, because they carry out the same mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They try to execute what the Lord wants to do. That's why they are addressed as Bhagavan. And Lord Brahma is a secondary creator. We already discussed this. He is always thinking how to improve the situation of the conditioned souls who have come to this material world to enjoy material activities. So there are two things here, Kama and Prema. And those who have Kama means they want to enjoy the Lord's property without God. Enjoying God's property without God is actually called Kama. And using the God's property in the service of the Lord is actually called Prema, with the devotion. So the two things. When I want to use God's property for my own enjoyment, it's called Kama. When I want to use God's property in the service of the Lord with devotion, that is called Prema. So the souls who are here, they basically want to enjoy whatever God's property. Whatever is here, they want to enjoy their name, fame, prestige, power, position, sense gratification, affluence, so many things. But everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. So the devotees recognize that fact. That's why they are called as Sura. So demigods also, in one way, we can say they are also trying to serve the Lord. But Srila Prabhupada writes, they have tinge of to control this material nature or tinge of sense enjoyment. That's why they are still in this material universe. So for this reason, he disseminates the Vedic knowledge throughout the universe for everyone's guidance. So we go to the second para. Prabhupada writes about Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga. Krishna also says about the Pravritti Marga and Nivritti Marga in Bhagavad Gita also. So Nivritti Marga means path, Marga means path, Nivritti means they are renouncement, the path of renunciation. Path of renunciation is actually called Nivritti Marga, means they move away from sense enjoyment and then they try to develop a spiritual life. That's called Nivritti Marga. But Pravritti Marga means it's a gradual elevation by which the living entities are given chance to enjoy at the same time. Slowly, they are given with regulation. You enjoy only with this regulation. Okay, like there are so many regulations. With that regulations, when we start enjoying, then slowly our mind gets controlled and purified, not like karma, this animal life. So the scriptures are meant to give, guide the humanity with enjoyment, at the same time with regulation and restrictions. In that way, gradually they can come be purified, and then also after many years of purification, then they also go back to the spiritual world. So Pravritti Marga means advanced renouncing everything. Pravritti Marga means having regulated sense enjoyment and getting purified gradually, then going back to home, back to God. So this two marga is there in the Vedic knowledge. That's why we know there is a lot of yajnas prescribed in this literature, Vedic literature, to how to enjoy. There is Putra Kameshti Yajna, so many yajnas are there. To get some affluence, there are some special yajnas are there. Kuvera Yajna, like that, many things are there. It is basically for regulating as well as to have some enjoyment and gradually get purified. And Brahma, actually, during Brahma's lifetime, there are many Manus who are reigning. So that's why we read already a couple of Manu periods, and they take in charge of universal affairs. Prabhu, Sudarshan Prabhu, how many Manus change in one day of Brahma? 17 or 19?
14, Prabhu.
14 Manus actually change in every day of Brahma.
That is 71 Chaturyugas, 71.4 some Chaturyugas.
Yes.
71 and 14 will become 1000.
Yes. So like that, for 14 Manus, they change in every Brahma's day. So currently we are in which Manu, Prabhu? There is one Manu period, no? Current Manu. Vaivasvata Manu?
Seventh
Manu. Yes, Prabhu.
Vaivasvata. Okay.
Now what is Vaivasvata Manu's period, no?
Vaivasvata Manu. Yeah. And then we are in specific cycle now. All those things are there in the scriptures. Srila Prabhupada also describes in some of the purpose, the exact Manu and the exact cycle we are now currently. And under each Manu, again, there are different kings who are below the Manus, who also execute the purpose of Brahma. So here we know the lineage we already discussed 1 or 2 weeks before. We had this Srimad Bhagavatam tree that from Manu, Swayambhuva Manu, the dynasty starts. So the elder one was actually King Priyavarta, and the other one was Uttanapad. And Uttanapad, we know, is Dhruva Maharaj was his son. And we all know the Dhruva Maharaj pastimes we already discussed. And King Uttanapada was ruling the kingdom, the universe, very nicely, because his elder brother actually went for austerity from early age itself. So he did not accept the kingdom. So that kingdom lineage comes up to the point of Prachetas, where Prachetas also are requested to take up the kingdom after their austerity. They get married, and their son is actually Daksha, and then they get, I think, 66 daughters or something like that. So like that, the progeny continues, and the Prachetas also retire. And after that, after Prachetas, there were no suitable kings. So his father, Swayambhuva Manu, we already discussed that. He went to the hill, name is there, Gandha Madana hill, where King Priyavarta was practicing austerities. He went there to bring his son, who was meditating there, and to rule. So initially there was so much hesitation, as we discussed in the previous verse, that he was afraid that his spiritual life will be put into, means he will face it, he will not be able to develop in the spiritual life. So on that, to convince him more, Lord Brahma now also, along with Swayambhuva Manu, Lord Brahma also comes down, because as Lord Brahma has the responsibility to take care of this material universe, because he is the secondary creator. So there is an issue now. So Lord Brahma takes up the responsibility so that the citizens will be protected and guided properly with the ideal king. So Lord Brahma comes from Satyaloka and request, actually, that we will discuss from 11th verse to 19th verse, where Brahma is actually giving some valid reason for convincing Priyavarta Maharaj to take up the kingdom. So going to the third paragraph, a significant word in this verse is Swa Bhavanat, indicating that Lord Brahma descended from his own abode. So here we understand from Vedic literature that there are 33 crores of devatas, and there are like primary demigods, secondary, and there are below secondary, there are assisting devatas, like the different categories of demigods are there. And all the devatas have their own abode where they reside. So here Brahma resides in the Brahmaloka, which is the topmost planet already. And Prabhupada writes here Actually, Brahmaloka refers to the spiritual world, but here the abode of Lord Brahma is Satyaloka, because Lord Brahma resides with his name. Sometimes it is called as Brahmaloka, otherwise it is called as Satyaloka. So we understand one thing from the scriptures is that there are innumerable devatas, as we understood already, Chandra, Indra, Surya, Varuna, like that. And all of them have their respective abodes. But every abode is within this material universe, within this 14 planetary system. And this whole is called Jagadanda. Anda means it is an egg-shaped form. Within the egg-shaped form is actually the Garbhodak ocean, where Garbhodak Vishnu is lying. From his navel comes the lotus flower, where Lord Brahma resides in Satyaloka. Below, in the stem of that lotus, the 14 planetary systems are there. We are in the 7th planetary system called Bhuloka. Hare Krishna. So, any further discussions or realizations or any questions, devotees, you can feel free to express it. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada also quotes a verse here, Bhagavatam 9.25, where Krishna says, many people think that if I worship any god, I will go back to God. But Krishna says, refutes that in 9.25, Yanti Deva Vrita Devan, Triyanti Trinutata, Bhutani Yanti Bhuteja, Madhyajino Yanti Mamapi. So 4 categories Krishna says. So those who worship Devatas, they go and live with the Devatas. And those who worship the ghosts and spirits, they go to the ghost, they go and live there. And those who worship the forefathers, they go and live with the forefathers. But Madhyajino Yanti Mamapi. But those who worship me, they will come and live with me. So that means there are different destinations. According to the type of worship we perform in this life. So that reference is also there from Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhupada also says that if you want to go to Delhi, you should catch the train going to Delhi, not to the Calcutta train or Bombay train.
Yeah,
So,
very true. Yes.
According
to the type of ticket you take to travel, so according to the type of worship you perform, you have the destination. And the jnanis who are taking impersonal meditation, they can go up to Brahma Jyoti, outside of the spiritual world, which is the effulgence from the emanating from the spiritual world.
Correct. Like Prabhu, this so before Corona, we had invited one Prabhu who is from a temple near Chennai. I forgot his name, Prabhu.
Kalachakra Prabhu?
I don't know exactly.
Kalachakra.
Bhagavatam, right? Then he told that this all the paths lead to the same destination, was propagated by Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa onwards. Yes. So then he was telling that now from there people started thinking that worship any demigod, finally destination will be the same. So here it is very clear from Lord's onwards.
Yes, bro. Thank you, bro.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sri Kumar Prabhu, I think there are no doubts and no more comments. Please read the next text then. We can cover more and more texts.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Sri Kumar Prabhu, can you hear? Hare Krishna, Sri Kumar Prabhuji, can you hear? Or are you speaking or I am not able to hear? Am I loud and clear now?
Yes, Prabhu, yes.
But is Sri Kumar Prabhu start reading now, Prabhu? No.
No.
Krishna, Prabhuji, is only display is coming, no voice.
Okay. But I find Prabhu's mic is in the muted stage, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, I think from this he is only sharing. He was using his name comes 2 times, no?
Yes.
We can see only one.
Correct. Means
so
there is
means
some
one
problem.
He is out, I think.
Yes, some. Yes, come back again. Yes. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Sri Kumar Prabhu. Welcome. Srimad Prabhu, can you hear?
Yes, Prabhuji, some net issue was there. Sorry.
Okay,
Now,
okay. Yeah, and if you are ready, Prabhu, you may read the next text. Yeah.
now audible? Hare Krishna.
Audible, Prabhu, loud and clear. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry. Verse number 8. Satatra tatra gagana tala udupadiriva vimana valibhiranubadha mamara parivridhairabhi pujyamanaha padipadi cha varudhashaha siddha gandharva sadhya charana muniganairupageeyamano Gandhamadana-droni mava bhasayanya ennubhasa-sarpa. Hare Krishna. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. As Lord Brahma descended on his career, the great swan, all the residents of the planets named Siddhaloka, Gandharvaloka, Sadhyaloka, and Charanaloka, as well as great sages and demigods flying in their different airplanes, as assembled within the canopy of the sky to receive Lord Brahma and worship him. As he received respect and adoration from the residents of the various planets, Lord Brahma appeared just like the full moon surrounded by illuminating stars. Lord Brahma's great swan then arrived at the border of the Gandhamadana hill and approached Prince Priyavrata, who was sitting there. Hare Krishna. Purport. It appears from this description that there is a regular interplanetary travel between the planets of the demigods. Another significant point is that there is a planet covered mostly by great mountains, one of which is Gandhamadana Hill. Three great personalities, Priyavrata, Narada, and Swayambhuva Manu, were sitting on this hill. According to Brahma Samhita, each universe is filled with different planetary systems, and every system has a unique opulence. For example, on Siddhaloka, all the residents are very advanced in the powers of mystic yoga. They can fly from one planet to another without airplanes or other flying machines. Similarly, the residents of the Gandharvaloka are expert in musical science, and those on Satyaloka are all great saints. The interplanetary systems undoubtedly exist. The residents The residents of different planets may go from one to another. On this earth, however, we have not invented any machine that can go directly from one planet to another. Although an unsuccessful attempt has been made to go directly to the moon. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. That is Sadhyaloka, no? And those on Sadhyaloka are great saints.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes.
Yoga and
Charanaloka.
Charan.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Thank you, Prabhu. Shivana Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So again, this is self-explanatory. Not much things to explain, because I think we can understand when we are reading. So Lord Brahma descended. As he was descending, he was passing through various planetary systems, and the residents from the planetary systems, they received Lord Brahma and worshipped him with proper paraphernalia. And how Lord Brahma appeared just like a full moon surrounded by illuminating stars is an example. Then nicely it is described that he was like appearing like a full moon. And all these other personalities' residents, they were like surrounded by illuminating stars. So Lord Brahma's carrier also is mentioned, great swan. They all then finally came at the border of Gandhamadana hill and approached Prince Priyavarta, who was sitting there. So Prabhupada writes that in those Vedic times, there was always interplanetary travel was there. From various verses, we are seeing that people were able to go from one planet to other planets by their mystic powers and by the special carriers they have. With those things, they used to go from one planet to other planet. And also one more point is that there is a great planet covered mostly by planet covered by great mountains. Out of that, one is called Gandhamadana Hill, where King Priyavarta is doing his austerities. So here, if you see, three great personalities, Priyavarta, Narada and Swayambhu Manu, were sitting on this hill because they were already, Swayambhu Manu were there for discussing. Narada Muni also was there. They were discussing to call back Priyavarta Maharaj from the austerity from the place to take back to rule the kingdom. So same place, Lord Brahma also went, reached there. And Prabhupada writes, according to Brahma Samhita, so each universe is filled with different planetary systems and every system has a unique affluence. And for example, on Siddhaloka, all the residents are very advanced in powers of mystic yoga. They can fly from one planet to another without airplanes or other flying machines. Similarly, the residents of Gandharva Loka are expert in musical sense, as the name indicates, Gandharva. So it is actually related to music. And those on Sadhya Loka are great saints. As Prabhuji already mentioned that. The interplanetary system undoubtedly exists, and the residents of different planets may go from one to another. On this earth, however, we have not invented any mission that can directly go from one planet to another, although an unsuccessful attempt has been made to go directly to the moon. So here Prabhupada writes, because that time there was a moon mission, there was an attempts made to go to moon, and so as published, it was said that they already landed in the moon, but Prabhupada did not agree that. He said it is not so easy to go from one planet to other planet. But nowadays they are also attempting to go to Mars as well. No, they are sending something. But this purport, Srila Prabhupada written this, maybe at that time. But whatever is, our body is not suitable to go and reside in any of these planetary systems. That is, we can't understand. Maybe by advance of science and technology in future, maybe they can send, some of the satellites, some of the rockets or something. They can, it's possible by the technology they can send it. But whether we can inhabit that planet, that is a big question mark, because as fish can reside in the water, we cannot reside in the water for a long time. Same way, every planetary system, there is a suitable type of body given by the Lord. Only with that body, we can reside in that planet. So our human body is actually designed to reside here in this earthly planet. Even though we may send some instruments or something like that, but definitely we cannot go. So at that time, Prabhupada said, we have not invented any machine that can go directly from one planet to another. That is in 1960s, 70s. So we have to understand there are so many planets outside this our planetary system. There are so many planets, innumerable planets, we can say. And definitely we do not know what is happening there. Hardly we can try to understand few things from the planets which are nearby Earth, like whatever Moon or Mars maximum. Beyond that, we cannot reach out. Even with any advancement of technology, it's very difficult. And very difficult to study also what is there. But our scriptures are actually, Avaroha Pantha means it is coming from the authorities. So as per the scriptures, there are innumerable planets and there are different living entities residing in those planetary system. And some according to the planets, they are people in Siddha Loka, they are advanced in mystic yoga, and people in Gandharva Loka, they are expert in musical science, and Sadhya Loka, they are great science. If you see this movie Avatar, the director was very much inspired by our scriptures. That's why in one of his interviews is saying that even the character, the color he has given blue to the character, the Avatar character, it is from Krishna. He says, Vishnu, he is saying like that. Vishnu, he has taken that, and green color he has taken from Lord Ram. So he's saying, I am very much fascinated by all those things which is described in the Hindu scriptures, like that he's telling in one of the interviews. So they're like that, they are from he's showing about the people who are residing in other planetary systems. That's what this whole movie is about. And people from Earth, they want to go and attack them like that. So these descriptions are there that the other planetary system, there are residents of various different types, and they have different mystic powers based on the planets they live. And these things we cannot understand, or difficult to get all this knowledge through our material advancement. So scriptural knowledge gives more information. What is beyond this universe? What is beyond this material universe? And what is beyond our earthly planet? So that information we are getting from all these purports of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Do you want to ask anything specific? Any doubts on the topic? Or comments? Prabhuji, when we are hearing from Pavaneshwara Prabhu during Corona time.
Yeah. Vedic cosmology. Bhagavata cosmology.
Bhagavata cosmology. So we have been discussing that. So it is said that there is an Air Force base known as Area 51 in US, very sacred place.
Okay.
There, the Apollo 11 landed.
Okay.
And the positions of the camera, and there is no wind in the moon, so it was the flag was waving. There are 3 points.
So if you go to internet, Prabhu, there are a lot of, apart from our this one, there are a lot of general queries also posted regarding that moon landing mission. There are a lot of doubts raised, lot of challenges.
And
like,
had it been a success,
shadow was there.
Shadow or something like.
And the flag was there, was moving in the air.
Yeah, flag was moving, waving like that. So had it been a success, then why NASA did not try it again? That is another.
Yeah, that is also a big question mark.
And Russia and European Union could not do it so far.
Yeah.
They are not less than United States.
Yeah. They are also equally powerful in the technology. Yes.
Even we are not poor in that. Although we have a scarcity of fund, we don't have scarcity of brain and technology.
Yes.
So this still remains as that. So in the elite circle, Indian circle, it is believed that it landed in that place was Area 51. It's a very secret.
There was one Srila Prabhupada disciple who was very much sincere to him, but every time this moon landing issue comes, so he will always argue with Prabhupada, and finally he left the movement also because of that.
Correct. Because he was supporting US.
He was in favor that they landed such.
They landed.
So it's very like a kind of a controversial topic.
Yes.
Neither you can prove, neither you can disprove.
No,
so there are people, this is challenges.
See, they are taking up so much of missions. Why did not have a second mission or third mission? Russia did not succeed. European Union and even France or
agreed.
In Europe together could not.
Yes. It's a big question mark.
Yes, you can send like we send
unmanned things we can say. Send.
Yeah, correct. We had sent some to Mars and all. No?
Yes. Rover.
Yes.
Yeah, so, unmanned, but with humans, it is very. That's what we are saying. No, Prabhu, that environment is not suitable for human beings.
Yes.
It's Mars or Moon, because that will be our body is only suited for living in this earthly planet. So when we go there, even it is said when we go to hellish planets also, the body is changed there according to that.
Yes. They are given a temporary body to take the punishments.
Yes. Not with the same body.
Same body. With this body, we can't even think about the punishments in hell. Getting fried or getting hit by these animals.
Yes. So it will be a different body.
Embracing the hot iron pillars.
Like the bird's body is having the capability to fly.
Yes.
But our body is not having the capability to fly. The fish body is capable to swim in the water. We cannot be in the water for more than 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours maximum. After that, we feel uncomfortable, or we may get fever. So, but fish 24 hours it is in the water, it is not affected by it. So, according to the type of bodies, they have the special. Everything is designed according to the type of body. Their capability is there. Yes, their nature, everything.
Yes, Prabhu. I think we can read one more, just small one.
Yeah, yeah.
Next volunteer can unmute and read. Hare Krishna. Any volunteer to read?
Anybody reading verse number 9?
Okay, you please read, Prabhu, then.
Okay,
If you are-
Maharaj.
okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu,
Yes,
I will
yes.
read.
Yeah, Sarojita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, Pranamapati. Tatra havayenam devarshirhamsayanena pitaram bhagavadan bhagavadantam hiranyagarbham ubalabhamanaha sahasaivottaya arhanena sahabida putrabhyam avahitanjalir ubatastade. Sri Kumar, would you say Malayalam version is with you? Some.
No need, Mataji. Read the translation perfect. No problem.
Prabhuji, screen. Sri Kumar Prabhu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhijana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: Lord Brahma, the father of Narada Muni, is the supreme person within this universe. As soon as Narada, one second, Prabhu. As soon
Narada saw the great swan.
the great swan, he could understand that the Lord Brahma had arrived. Therefore, he immediately stood up along with Swayambhuva Manu and his son Priyavrata, whom Narada was instructing. Then they folded their hands. From mobile, that's a little problem. Began to worship Lord Brahma with great respect. Purport. As stated in the previous verse, Lord Brahma was accompanied by other demigods. By his specific carrier was Brahma was accompanied by other demigods, but his specific carrier was the great swan. Therefore, as soon as Narada Muni saw the swan, he could understand that his father, Lord Brahma, who is also known as Hiranyagarbha, was arriving. Thus, he immediately stood up with the Swayambhuva Manu and his son Priyavrata to receive Lord Brahma and offer him respect. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. So I think this is also again self-explanatory about Lord Brahma reaching the mountain, and immediately as his son is seeing, immediately understood that his father has arrived, and he immediately offers his obeisances. He and Swayambhuva Manu, they immediately stood up, and then and his son Priyavrata to receive Lord Brahma and offer him respect. So this is the protocol in our culture. When the great personalities are coming, we are seeing Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam again and again, how they receive them, how they offer their obeisances, and then they'll offer some prayers also. So that is how, the etiquette was there. That is being described there. Etiquette is described here, that how they are receiving Lord Brahma reception. So that is being described here with great offering, respect. They folded their hands and then began to worship Lord Brahma with great respect. So this is receiving Lord Brahma.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Okay. I think we'll stop 9. Verse number 9 completed. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, the Priyavrata Maharaj was called because Daksha went to do austerities, isn't it, Prabhu?
Yes, Mother. Last was the Prachetas. After that, Prachetas married the daughter, no?
Marisha.
Marisha. And then they begot Daksha, and then
Daksha.
Daksha, in the second birth, he immediately underwent, he went for austerities.
Austerities,
And
yes.
yes, that's why it was vacant.
That's why they called Priyavrata.
Yes, and later, if you go further, Mataji, then Daksha will come back.
Come back, yes,
And he will take up the kingdom. Yes.
Take up the kingdom, yeah.
Yes,
So it is understood that in the young age one should do austerities.
Yes.
So here Daksha is given the chance.
And here there is this Lord Brahma who is also known as Hiranyagarbha. So what is that meaning? Hiranyagarbha means Hiranyagarbha.
We have heard this before also, I think in Ishopanishad, last verse.
Yeah. Hiranya means we know that
gold. Garbha means hidden.
Because we are residing within this golden egg shell, like that.
Yes. Like Brahma is not generally visible, to Prabhu, is general public or to other planets. So like gold is not visible because of the what is called the illumination of the rays. We are not able to see him. We cannot know. So there he is referred as Hiranyagarbha.
And also, Prabhu, the Virat Rupa is also otherwise called
Hiranyagarbha.
Which we cannot view like that.
Oh, okay.
Done.
Prabhu, in some lecture I heard that I'm not remembering now.
No.
Brahmadev has two kinds of manifestation or something like that. Some devatas can see, somebody cannot see. Like that, something I don't remember now.
Yes, he's a highly elevated personality, So
and sometimes I think Lord Krishna also becomes as Lord, takes up the post of Brahma if there is no qualified Brahma.
Yes. Yeah.
Even Indra post also asked Yajna, Lord took charge of Devadas. There was no suitable Indra that time. So asked Yajna Avadar. The name Yajna, no?
Yes. Swayambhu Manu's daughter, one of the daughter's son, Yajna.
Yes. So
Vishnu Sahasranam also these names come Hiranyagarbha.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So Hiranyagarbha refers to here Lord Brahma as well as the Supreme Lord also.
Correct. Generally, Prabhu, who is not visible, who is hidden, highly elevated personality, whom ordinary people cannot see with naked eyes. So they are Hiranyagarbhas.
Hiranyagarbha, the meaning is golden embryo, golden womb, or golden egg.
Yes. So, according to the context, we have to understand the meaning.
Yeah. Here it is referring to.
Actually, the very difficult words are Atma, in which context you used, then Brahma and Bhagavan.
And also Brahma Loka also.
Yes.
Brahma Loka, Satya Loka, yes.
Yes. So we should follow the authoritative purport. Otherwise, if you use our own brain, like I was thinking that when I was reading Bhagavad Gita for long back, not all Prabhupas, they said that among men I am king. He told no. I was thinking that king means ruler. So the present ministers, MLA, MP, President, Prime Minister, I was saying a lot of respect for that. Then
here I am reading that Prabhu Hiranyagarbha is also Lord Brahma because he is so called because it is said that he was born in a golden egg.
Yes.
From Manusmriti 1.9.
Yes.
Because he was born in a golden egg.
Golden egg.
Brahmanda.
Yes. Golden egg.
Because he was born within that golden egg.
Yes.
So he is called as Hiranyagarbha.
Yes. He was born inside that, but he was born from Lord Vishnu's Nabi, but inside that golden.
Inside the golden egg. Yes.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hiranyagarbho Hemango, that Varanga Chandanangadi.
Varna.
Hiranyagarbho. So according to the context, yes. Anyway, we are so fortunate to listen from Srila Prabhupada's
purpose.
Yes. Even just with basic knowledge of English, we can know about the scriptures.
I think all these purports are self-explanatory. Prabhu.
Yes, yes.
Right.
That is the,
No need to think whether it is.
Prabhupada given a very, very detailed explanation.
yes, yes. Even those who don't have any background of scriptures, no, Prabhu, like a Westerner or an African,
Yeah.
Presently,
even somebody from other faiths can very easily understand from the purports.
Yes.
without doubt.
Yes, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. I think.
So, I
Okay.
think Prabhuji, announcements are there, like
No, Prabhu.
tomorrow 3 auspicious events.
Yeah, yeah.
Sanatana Goswami's disappearance, no? Yes. And Vyasa Purnima or Guru Purnima. And third one is the beginning of the first month of
Chaturmas.
Chadurmas. Yeah. Yes.
Fasting from green leaf vegetables.
Green leaves, green leaves.
So green leaves. Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Shravana Pariji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for giving the opportunity. So,
Thank you, Pariji. Yeah.
So
Yes,
Sri Kumar Prabhu is our untiring war horse.
Prabhu, how is your health now? It's okay because yesterday you said your some teeth was